Cirrus Aircraft recently dropped the VisionJet G3. And here's what's wild. While everyone's buzzing about the redesigned cabin and new tech, this announcement actually tells us something fascinating about where personal aviation is headed. Because here's the thing, when Cirrus certified the world's first single-engine personal jet back in 2016, a lot of people thought they were crazy. A single-engine jet with a whole airplane parachute? Come on. Nearly a decade and over 700 deliveries later, the VisionJet hasn't just proven the doubters wrong, it's become the best-selling jet in general aviation, year after year after year. So let's break down what's new with the G3, trace the evolution of this revolutionary aircraft from day one, and talk honestly about what Cirrus nailed and what some buyers might have been hoping for. Before we dive into the G3, we need to understand what makes the VisionJet special. This isn't just another light jet. When Cirrus set out to design the SF-50, they were solving a specific problem. There was this massive gap between high-performance pistons, like the SR-22, and traditional light jets requiring professional crews. The VisionJet was designed from day one to be owner-flown, single-pilot certified, small enough to fit in a standard 40-foot T-hangar, and equipped with something no other jet has ever had as standard equipment, the Cirrus Airframe Parachute System, CAPS. That last point cannot be overstated, a whole airplane parachute on a jet. It was so revolutionary that the VisionJet won the Robert J. Collier Trophy in 2018, aviation's highest honor, for being the first certified single-engine civilian jet. The original VisionJet, what we now call the G1, started deliveries in December 2016, and the specs were impressive. You had a Williams FJ 33-5A turbofan producing 1,846 pounds of thrust, mounted above the rear fuselage in that distinctive V-tail configuration. It would cruise at 305 knots true airspeed, climb to a service ceiling of flight level 280, that's 28,000 feet, and had a maximum range of 1,200 nautical miles. The cabin could seat 5 adults plus 2 children, pressurized to 6.4 psi, and it came with Garmin's Perspective Touch Avionics, basically a customized G3000 suite, with those beautiful 14-inch displays. What made the G1 special beyond just specs? The whole aircraft was designed to be approachable. Side stick controls like the SR series, single lever FADEC engine control, meaning you couldn't hot start the engine even if you tried, and that CAPS parachute system giving you an out if things went seriously wrong. But the G1 had limitations. That 28,000-foot ceiling meant no RVSM certification. You couldn't fly in the flight levels where the big boys play. Range was decent but not spectacular, and while the cabin was nice, it could have been quieter. The thing is, Cirrus was listening. When Cirrus announced the G2 in January 2019, it was clear they'd been doing their homework. They didn't just tweak things, they made meaningful improvements where it mattered. First, altitude. The G2 gained RVSM certification, bumping the ceiling to flight level 310. Now that might not sound like much, just 3,000 feet, but that's huge. Flying at 31,000 instead of 28,000 means burning less fuel because the air is thinner. It means getting over more weather. It means better range and better real-world performance. Max cruise increased to 311 knots. Range stretched to 1,275 nautical miles. Second, significantly quieter cabin. Upgraded sound insulation reduced noise by 3 decibels. Passengers definitely noticed. Cabin pressurization increased from 6.4 to 7.1 psi. Third, lithium-ion batteries with heaters dropped cold start limits from 0 degrees Celsius to minus 40 degrees Celsius. No more worrying about mountain cold starts. Plus, lighter batteries added 50 pounds useful load. But here's the game changer. The G2 introduced auto throttle, laying groundwork for safe return emergency autoland. Certified in August 2020, making the VisionJet the first jet with Garmin's autonomous landing system. If the pilot becomes incapacitated, a passenger presses one button. The airplane autonomously selects an airport, communicates with ATC, configures itself, and lands automatically. The G2 was massive, but Cirrus wasn't done. July 2021 brought the G2 Plus, and this update was laser focused on one thing: hot and high performance. See, light jets struggle in high-density altitude conditions. Hot days, high-elevation airports. The air is thin, and that affects takeoff performance and climb rate. This was one area where VisionJet owners wanted more. So Cirrus worked with Williams International to optimize the engine's thrust profile. Same engine, same 1,846 pounds of thrust, but now with software-optimized FADEC that could deliver up to 20% better takeoff and climb performance at high-density altitudes. Game-changing. It means access to airports that were marginal before. Better climb on hot summer days. More capability when and where you need it most. The G2 Plus also added GoGo Wi-Fi and USB-C charging, and importantly, made these upgrades available for existing G2 owners. Smart. That's thinking about your customer base. So that brings us to the G3. And here's the question everyone's asking. With the G2 already being such a massive upgrade and the G2 Plus adding performance, what else could Cirrus possibly improve? Turns out, a lot. Cirrus made over 30 refinements. The cabin got completely redesigned. Third row is now a bench seat, creating 6+1 seating, 6 adults plus 1 child versus 5 adults and 2 kids. Smarter for actual missions. But the seats aren't just reconfigured. They're larger and more ergonomic with robust armrests, improved support, hand-wrapped Alcantara. Premium. Pilot and co-pilot seats now adjust with a single-handed slide lever. One hand, done. That's the kind of detail that matters when you're doing pre-flight or adjusting mid-flight. Middle row still has quick-release capability for cargo flexibility. Cirrus added outboard tray tables for the second row and decentralized entertainment with personal device mounts throughout the cabin, embedded under carbon fiber paneling. Everyone brings their own iPad or phone. The new AeroLife collection offers 5 colorways flowing from nose to tail. The cockpit tech is where it gets really interesting. Cirrus focused hard on reducing pilot workload with the latest Perspective Touch Plus by Garmin. First, ATC Datalink using CPDLC, transport category technology in a personal jet. Digital text exchanges with ATC instead of voice. No more scribbling reroutes, no more ambiguity. Huge for IFR ops and becoming mandatory in European airspace. Second, new GDL60 data module enables automatic database updates when cellular or Wi-Fi is available. Nav database is always current, no separate hangar trips. Third, Bluetooth connectivity through the new digital audio panel. Direct connection to ForeFlight, music apps, whatever you need. Fourth, 3D safe taxi with programmable taxiway routing, creating visual overlays for complex routes, plus runway occupancy awareness, monitoring traffic conflicts. Serious situational awareness. Fifth, alerts linked checklists automatically pop up when warnings appear, and Cirrus automated the barometric pressure change at 18,000 feet. Exterior refinements show attention to detail. Remove the air conditioning door, reducing drag and noise. New blackout de-ice boots unify the look. Spectra wingtips feature that signature halo lighting, and the landing light array delivers nearly triple the power. Massive for night ops. The distinctive V-tail looks better than ever with those AeroLife colorways flowing nose to tail. Performance shows incremental but real gains. Still the FJ33-5A engine, still FL310 ceiling, but max cruise bumped to 317 knots, 6 knots faster than G2's 311. Not revolutionary, but measurable. And in aviation, every knot matters for trip times and fuel planning. Cirrus also says the G3 benefits from higher max Mach in cold conditions, which means even better speeds when temperature permits. Combined with the G2 Plus's hot and high improvements, the G3 continues extracting more capability from the same basic power plant. Range remains around 1,275 nautical miles. The G3 didn't get Garmin G3000 Prime Avionics, which some expected. But here's the smart move. Avionics upgrades are retrofittable for earlier models. ATC Datalink, enhanced safe taxi, all available for the existing fleet. This matters as Datalink becomes mandatory worldwide. So let's be real. The G3 isn't revolutionary like G1 to G2. This is evolutionary. CEO Zine Nielsen basically admitted that. What Cirrus nailed, Quality of life improvements that matter to people actually flying the airplane. ATC Datalink is legitimately game-changing for IFR operations and future-proofs the aircraft for evolving airspace requirements. It's not just a nice-to-have, it's becoming required. The cabin redesign with larger seats and flexible 6+1 configuration makes sense for real missions. Bluetooth and modular entertainment acknowledge how pilots actually use technology today. Nearly triple landing light power improves safety. Thoughtful, practical upgrades. What some wanted, bigger performance gains. Yes, 6 knots more cruise, but no altitude or range increase. Some wanted G3000 Prime, but Cirrus is playing the long game. Over 700 jets delivered. They're keeping the entire fleet relevant with retrofits rather than obsoleting earlier models. Building loyalty, not just selling airplanes. Smart business, good for owners. The G3 Vision jet remains the only single-engine personal jet you can buy. Still the best-selling jet in general aviation. Still the only jet with a complete safety trifecta. Dual redundant systems backing up every critical function. Safe return auto land that can land the plane autonomously if needed. And the Collier Trophy-winning CAPS whole airplane parachute. Think about that. 3 layers of safety that no other jet manufacturer can offer. That combination exists nowhere else. Nearly a decade in, over 700 aircraft delivered, and Cirrus has methodically improved generation by generation, altitude, noise, performance, tech, comfort, workload. The G3 might not be revolutionary, but it doesn't need to be. The revolution happened in 2016 when Cirrus proved you could certify a single-engine jet that owner pilots could fly safely. Everything since has been about refinement. Higher, faster, farther, safer, more comfortable. That's exactly what you want from a mature platform. Steady improvements, attention to real needs, fleet support, listening to feedback. The Vision Jet G3 carries forward Cirrus's vision. Jet performance without requiring a flight department. Travel on your schedule, control your time, fly to your rhythm. With ATC Datalink, improved cabin flexibility, smarter automation, and 30 refinements, it's ready for the next generation of owner pilots. What do you think? Did Cirrus make the right call? Are you excited about ATC Datalink or disappointed there wasn't a bigger performance bump? Drop a comment. I read everyone and want to hear your take. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that subscribe button. More aviation content coming your way.